Hey, it's Nick here. I wanted to check in. I think a lot of people look at gold and they think, oh, it's up. It's been up so much. Why do I want to buy it when it's up this high? Um, but the thing is, you have to look at what your options are as far as where to put your money. And the dollar and the bond market aren't sound because the Fed can just print these things and because we don't produce enough in this country. You should be able to get to a place where you understand that those things aren't sound. Um, you should also realize that a lot of stocks, especially in America, have been highly pumped up by all these people just default allocating there based on just what the standard investment advice is without doing any real valuations or considerations of what they're buying or the economic climate these companies are operating in. Uh, I like foreign stocks a lot more than I like US stocks in general. I like certain sectors in general a lot more than the popular sectors. I like natural resources. I like energy, utilities, defensive sector stocks if I'm going to own stocks. And I do own some stocks because you only have so many choices in my 401k. And because there are some stocks that I believe are very underpriced for what you're getting for that stock. Uh, and so, but if you're not a stock picker, you don't know how to read a balance sheet, you don't know how to value a company, you don't understand economics, you don't know what sectors are good, what sectors are bad. You should understand that gold is the safest place that you can park your money. And just because it's up in terms of dollars doesn't mean that it's not still the store of value, that it's not still a safe haven uh, the way it has been throughout history. You know, economies, nations, empires have come and gone, currencies have come and gone, gold has remained, and it has remained precious, and this will not change. It's not in favor in America or in the West in general, but people are buying it all over the world. And it is the properties of gold make it liquid, transferable. It's something you can hold in your own possession or with a trusted custodian. You're not lending money to someone. You're not um, gambling on the fate of a company or on a political policy or anything else. A lot can happen, and a lot has happened. Wars, depressions, famines, uh, you name it. And gold has remained as a store of value because of what it is, because it has those properties that it's transferable, etc., that I just listed. So people are going to need mediums of exchange that have sound value uh, and stable value when the dollar becomes unstable. And it is looking like it's starting to destabilize as it's lost a lot of value in the last few weeks. I was just at an improv class some of the people outside were chatting about their 401ks and sort of lamenting how much they had lost. And I didn't participate in the conversation. I didn't have much to say. I've said for a long time why I believe in gold, why I think it's a smart buy, and why I don't believe in the dollar and the bond market. And for the most part, no one's really been interested, sadly, for whatever reason. Yeah, I go around people, but I'm not real close with many people. I'm real fucking lonely. That's the truth. It's a awful condition to be so detached from people, or to not have any I don't know. It's tough not to be connected, but yeah, I got the community I have. Is better than nothing, and there's a potential over time. Maybe some of the relationships I have will grow into more meaningful relationships, more kind of honest and closer relationships. But I feel real isolated right now. I'm isolated I've been banned from the social medias, so I don't participate in any of that. I don't get a lot of views on here. I feel like these places I go, there's like crowds, there's like groups of people that are close, but I'm not one of them. And a lot of it's, I guess, to do with my political opinions. A lot of people just associate with like-minded kind of people in that regard, and I just haven't, I guess, encountered a lot of libertarians or grown close to them. Like I said, I got the community I got, and it's not to say that I don't have anyone, but I'm definitely lacking for something. So tomorrow I'm gonna talk to the boss about taking some time off this summer because I need to finish my books, and because I want to take my kids on a road trip, do some traveling with them, and I need time off to do those things. My job's really consumed my life, not just in tax season, but I mean, I've been busy nonstop really for a long time, and I need a break. So I'm going to inform the boss of this tomorrow, and hopefully they'll be happy to have me back after a couple month break. If not, I'll have to, I guess, find another source of income. But we'll see how that goes. It's a little daunting, the idea of going a couple months without income, because a lot of my bills just get paid, my checks come in, I don't really think about it. But the truth is, I have savings, I have gold and silver, Um, and I have the ability to do this. So I want to do it. It's worth a lot to me to do it. And hopefully it won't be a choice between that and keeping the job, because I think overall, it's, as far as accounting firms go, it's a pretty good fit for me. But there's a lot of accounting firms if they decide it's not. So um, yeah, it's gonna get scary, man. I mean, right now it's scary, but what's it gonna be like when the dollar's down at 120 against the yen, or under 100 against the yen? What's it going to look like when the bond market does collapse, or when yield curve control does start and the real crisis happens? You know, I wrote, um, I've I've had visions of how this is going to go for a long time. Um, I don't know how the pieces fall into place when my book shows up, when things go down, but things are going down, man. July 4th. So that's May, June, 2.5 months, essentially. Independence Day. May we get independence from this shit, man. So many people are still so fucking stupid, man. I returned to blue sky yesterday. People are still just living out in the fucking clouds, man. Just completely detached. They're gonna get hungry. Reality's gonna knock its head, whether they've been trying to avoid it or not. The best thing you can do if you're concerned is to be honest with yourself, to look at your 401k balance, to look at a realistic picture of where you stand, where things are going, how your outlook is. You know, if it's hopeless, then that's what my channel's here for. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to give you hope once you've got no fucking hope. You know, because until you get to a point where you don't have hope, you aren't going to listen to me. No one's going to watch this channel. No one's going to want to hear about fucking gold or fucking economics or how great the fucking world could be if we didn't have these stupid fucking tax funded governments and central banks destroying shit. No one wants to hear about that right now, except libertarians who understand this shit. But when the food runs out, when people lose hope, that's when we need to be here to point a way forward. You know, right now, if you've lost hope, the thing to do is to figure out where you can cut fucking expenses and how you can make more money than you're spending. And then you save the difference in fucking gold. And if you want to get smart, you want to learn about money, I think that's a smart thing to do. I read this book by Robert Kiyosaki 20 some odd years ago said getting a financial education is real smart, and it made sense. Of course it is. Why wouldn't you want your wealth to grow? Why wouldn't you want to be fucking rich, man? Why wouldn't you want to be able to feed your fucking self? Of course it makes fucking sense. It makes sense just like listening to all points of view makes sense. Why wouldn't you want to understand why they believe what they believe? Why wouldn't you want to understand why they do what they do? Once you understand that this makes sense, then you start doing it. Then you become a libertarian. But people got to lose hope, man. People still got a lot of faith in government, man. I'm talking about both Team Red and Team Blue. A lot of people got faith that this tariff shit's going to work, that these wars aren't real or whatever, or are going to magically de-escalate when it seems like all they're doing is fucking escalating. And then on Team Blue, a lot of people still seem to think, oh, we'll just get the right person in, 4 years from now or whatever. We'll just have the government. We'll just vote this way. We'll just convince everyone that they should believe in this socialism. Yeah. Who the fuck are they converting? No one's fucking converting, right? So, and who the fuck? How do they even think they're gonna survive 4 years? Because they don't understand. They don't understand the dollar's collapsing. They don't understand that their 401ks are going to continue to lose money. That the 64 portfolio is going to 40 portfolio is going to continue to sell off. That their house value is going to collapse. That eventually they're going to find themselves unable to buy food to eat. Once they get to that point, that's hopeless. Now, here we are. That's how it's going to work, man. So, all we can do as individuals is be strong, try to put ourselves in the best position we can, use whatever tools we got to use to endure the hatred and the dehumanization that essentially exists until these people get to this point of hopelessness where they're willing to listen to us. It's tough, and it's tough seeing all these people, just seeing them lose everything, and just knowing that they're going to lose so much more, and that even though you know this and you understand this, if you tell them this, they're just gonna get afraid, and they're gonna tell you to shut up, and they don't want to hear about it, and because you've experienced this from them for years. They just don't want to discuss the topic. It's not something they're comfortable. It scares them too much. So I took the day off today, and yet got like 10 fucking emails from clients at work. Just got a massive pile of stuff that still like needs to be a priority, and it's just like, it's really crazy how demanding the job really is, and I need a break, man. So it is what it is. That's how employment is. It's both parties got to be happy with the deal, and I need a break. I'm not happy doing that work while I got this other shit I need to do. That to me is so much more important. Both through the good it can do in the world, and how significant it is to my own personal legacy. I talk about these books as my life's work. That's weird to people because they're like, well, but you're an accountant. That's what you spent your life doing. But they don't understand. When I die, no one's going to fucking care about the fact I was an accountant. The accounting work I did isn't going to mean anything to anyone. But these books are going to mean something. They're going to mean a whole heck of a lot. I'm in a unique position to write them, and it's a responsibility that I have to myself, to the people I care about, and to the world in general, and to God. So it's what I'm going to focus on. And then we're going to take our road trip, and you can call it a book tour. We're going to go around this country. We're going to give these books away, and we're going to offer hope in some places that I think are going to be pretty fucking hopeless by the time we get there. So, July 4th, I would say, is the kind of culmination of the whole thing. So, it's going to be crazy as shit, but it's going to be cool, you know? I played poker today, and I'll be honest, I played today, I played the other day, and I don't think poker is going to be a big part of my life right now. There are some tournaments coming up I'm going to hit, but I want to prioritize my books, and even though I'm still working right now, and I will be, presumably for the next month, I have evenings now. I don't have to work till fucking 7, 8 p.m. anymore, so I can actually do some work on this a little in the evening. And I mean, I can't finish it. I mean, I know this. I mean, maybe in one evening I can revise one section of this book that has 60 some odd sections. But I can make progress, and I can get closer. And I'm not going to have that much time once this leave of absence I'm going to request starts to finish these things before the road trip. And I need to have them in hand for the road trip, because we're going to be distributing them around this nation. So I guess that's all I got right now, guys. Buy some fucking gold, man, if you don't have any. Even if you just buy a little, man. Even if you just put 20% of your portfolio, just a hedge. Just, what if I'm right? What if I am? Why not hedge a little? Hedge a fucking little, because if I'm right, that hedge is going to save your fucking life, man. I mean, I can't imagine how awful shit's going to get, man. You're talking about a society that is entrapped by a massively oppressive government that destroys economic opportunities, and they have a fucking currency that's going to collapse, that's already potentially started this collapse. And none of them even understand that freedom's the solution. None of them even understand that buying gold and saving gold is what they need to be doing. I mean, how bad is it going to get before they even understand what they need to be doing? Yeah, when people run out of food, they're going to be desperate as fuck, man. You got nothing left to lose at that point. So what are they gonna do, man? They're gonna try to rob shit. They're gonna try to steal shit. They're gonna try to go up against the government. None of it's gonna work. I mean, they might get a little bit here and there, but people are pretty quickly gonna figure out they need to be vigilant and protect their shit, so it can't be stolen. So they're gonna be fucked, and that's when we can present this solution to them. I hope the gold reserve's there, because that's gonna make it a whole lot easier if we can distribute some of that to the population to prevent panic in the wake of this fucking collapse. But it doesn't sound to me like it's fucking there, because if it was there, they would have had an outside independent auditor audit it, like is done in every other major fucking gold reserve in the world. Um, and it wouldn't be an issue. It wouldn't even be a question. And if they wanted the fucking gold price to come down and the dollar to fucking gain strength, auditing Fort Knox would be a really fucking good way to do that if the gold actually was there. And there's nothing they want more right now than to fucking prop up the dollar and to prevent gold from going up. So I don't see how it could fucking be there, given that. So it could get real rough, man. I wish I had more money, man. I wish I had fucking millions of dollars I could invest in fucking gold, so that when this collapse happens, I could fucking do more good for the people around me. But people are gonna be stretched fucking thin, man. So, love you guys. See you later.